All right, welcome to those logging on. I see we have a Stephanie. Welcome to the Humanities and Social Sciences webinar for the Tulane School of Professional Advancement. I'm going to start with introductions. My name is Vanessa Rodriguez, and I am the Assistant Dean for Student Support and Success at Tulane SOPA. And Dalila, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, and welcome to the webinar today. My name is Dalila Amirbashic. I am the Program Director for Humanities and Social Sciences and also the Prior Learning Coordinator for SOPA.
Great, thanks. And Dan?
Hey everyone, I'm Dan Ray. I'm the Senior Academic Advisor at the school, responsible for the undergraduate students in Humanities and Social Sciences, among others.
All right, great. So as we continue, I wanted to let y'all know that if you have any questions, please feel free to just unmute yourself and ask if you can. If not, feel free to put them in the chat box below and we'll make sure to get to them before the end of the webinar. So just a little bit about SOPA. We call it SOPA, which is short for School of Professional Advancement. Also means soup in Spanish, but you know, we're a bit of a gumbo over there, so I guess it's fitting. So Tulane's super old, you know, it was founded in the mid-early 1800s as a medical college. But the thing that a lot of people don't know is that SOPA actually was there almost since its inception. So about 50 years later, they offered continuing education classes. And so that means we've been around for about 130 years, which is a tremendous history that we're very proud of. All right, next slide, please. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about SOPA today and why it might be a good choice for you. All right, so we have one of the most in-depth online programs in the nation, really, and especially in the Southeast. We have been having online classes for many, many years now, and we are actually at the forefront of developing graduate online classes for Tulane University. Our programs and faculty are programs that are really targeted to make our students really competitive in today's workforce. So they're applied programs a lot of the times, and also our faculty are people who are working currently in the workforce now. And so they're taking all of that information that they gain in and out every day from their work and bringing it right into the classroom. We also have a fantastic student support system that we offer both in person and online. And you'll hear a little bit more from Dan later, but he is one of the academic advisors who are people basically that are going to be your academic best friends throughout your time here. We are affordable. We are the least expensive school at Tulane University, and that is purposeful. We want people to be able to access all of the opportunities that we have. We also are the most flexible. We have classes during the day and at night, online and in person, because we know that our students have a variety of different responsibilities outside of their academic studies. So we want to make sure that they can juggle, you know, work life, possibly parenting or any sort of caretaking, and school, so that they can get a next step going in their career. Also, you know, we're part of Tulane. Tulane is very well known and very well renowned research institution. And we are a proud and large part of that. All right, next slide. All right, so going a little bit more to online learning. What does that really look like at SOPA? All right, so this means online learning means that you have access to your materials, lecture notes, things like that, anytime through your computer. We use a platform called Canvas for that, okay? Now, when I was in school a long time ago, I'm not gonna say how long, online learning was basically either completely written, oh, I'm sorry, pardon me, completely written. There is an alarm in my house. I'm sorry. Dalila, can you continue while I turn that on? Thanks.
Yeah, so some of you who might have taken online classes in the past have experienced fully asynchronous courses that are delivered through written content primarily. And the way that our courses are different, our online courses right now, is that they're highly engaging. We include a lot of media in our online content. We also have interactive simulations, as well as interactive Zoom sessions, which is a really great way to interact with your peers, but also to interact with your instructor as well. Did you want to take over, Vanessa? Or?
Sure, thank you. Sorry, I was cooking. The alarm went off and I went, oh my gosh, I'm going to burn my house down. See, interactive, very engaged learning through Zoom meetings. Yeah, so we have an entire panel of instructional designers whose sole job it is to take that content that the professors bring and make it really, really engaging through all of the electronic means that we have. That's video, that's, and we have one thing where we have like a pretend company made up in our IT thing, and you have to kind of like go in and try to break into their systems. It's really amazing. So we have all of that. You get to be with a more diverse group of students that you would potentially get to be with in an on-ground program, because we have students from all around the United States that are engaged in these programs. And then you get to talk to them through Zoom, through these discussion boards, and then there'll be specific times when you have meetings, and then also guest speakers. And these guest speakers, again, are leaders in their field from all around the United States. All right, so here we are talking a little bit more about our history with online. So we have almost 1,400 students who completed over 12,000 hours of online work last year. So this is a big chunk of our population. We have 8 master's degrees now, and then 11 graduate certificates and some postbacks. So 320 courses that we've developed. All right, that's why we had to get not just one internal instructional designer, but several internal instructional designers to help our professors make these really, really engaging courses. These instructional designers develop their own course, and they have actually trained faculty to be able to make these changes in their pedagogy from like an in-person model to an online model. So we're really proud of that. All right, so Dalila, hopefully your alarm will go off while you talk about the humanities and social sciences in particular.
Hopefully not, but you never know. So our humanities social sciences programs include 2 undergraduate degrees as well as 1 graduate degree, but they all have these things in common. They're all very interdisciplinary. In all of the programs, you're also studying social relationships, practices, and structures. And then through all of the programs, you're strengthening your critical thinking, communication, and writing skills. And next, we're going to talk about the amazing faculty that teach in these programs. For example, we have Mike Kozinski, who teaches in the MLA program. He is a tenured English professor at Tulane, and he teaches courses in medieval English. Melinda Nelson-Hurst is primarily teaching at the undergraduate level. She teaches courses in anthropology, but she focuses specifically on the social history and archaeology of ancient Egypt. So she teaches really exciting classes about on gender. She also teaches a class on hieroglyphics, and is a very popular instructor. Claudia Keel teaches courses on art history, primarily at the undergraduate level. Bo Boudreau is an accomplished poet who teaches our introductory writing classes, but also courses on creative writing and poetry. And then finally, we have recently hired Sukaria Vester, who is a sociologist, who will be teaching at both the undergraduate and the graduate level. And she teaches courses on the sociology of urban spaces and places and inequality, as well as courses on the global constructions of race in various countries around the world. So our Master of Liberal Arts program allows students to explore a range of reflections on the human experience, and it does so from multiple academic perspectives. Students are able to develop an individualized plan of study, which is really exciting and also unique for a graduate level program. So in this program, you're able to tailor tailor your program of study to your individual intellectual interests and also your professional goals. In the program, you're required to take 10 courses. Your final course will be a capstone or a master's thesis. And the course offerings range from history, literature, philosophy, political science, and sociology. In addition, as a student in the MLA program, you also have access to all of the liberal arts courses at Tulane, which are offered at the graduate level. So you're required to take at least 2 courses that are designated as MLA courses plus the capstone, but the rest of your coursework can come from other departments at Tulane that offer courses at the graduate level. And then our undergraduate degrees include a bachelor's in humanities and a bachelor in social sciences. The bachelor's in humanities allows students to pursue interdisciplinary study of a range of complementary fields, including English, religious studies, linguistics, music, philosophy, and visual and performing arts. Students in the social sciences program are studying the cultural, economic, and political, as well as historical context of societies. And the courses in this program include anthropology, geography, Latin American studies, sociology, political science, and other related fields. For students in both of the programs, you're required to take 120 credits, including 30 credits in your major. Your major coursework will culminate with a capstone in which you will bring together all of the different areas of study that you've explored and also apply them to case studies and real world professional examples that allow you to really highlight those critical thinking and communication and writing skills that you've developed through the major. And because students develop so many different skills, they're able to apply them to a range of careers after graduation. So we have alumni who have pursued careers in business, education, arts, consulting, public relations, public policy, nonprofit management, and writing, among a variety of other careers. It's really amazing to see examples of what our alumni are doing, and it's really quite a range that illustrates that really these skills are critical to supporting your careers following graduation. And then I will also talk a little bit about credit for prior learning opportunities that we offer for students. If you have any detailed questions about this or anything, any questions about the Humanities Social Sciences programs, you can send me an email afterwards, and then we can have a more in-depth conversation. But basically, our credit for prior learning program allows students to earn credit toward a bachelor's or a master's degree. This credit can be awarded for learning outside of the classroom, such as work experience, community service, as well as military training. Undergraduate students can receive up to 24 credits, and this can be done through portfolio assessment, examination, or military training. And graduate students can receive up to 6 credits through portfolio assessment. And I think Dan is now going to talk about all of the student support and success services that are provided to students.
All right, cool. Excuse me. Yes, so we do have a branch in our school for student support and success. So we can support you guys in every aspect along the way on your educational journey, essentially. So there's academic advisors for all of our programs, depending on your area. Myself, my colleague, Michaela Williams, we handle the undergraduate students in social sciences and humanities. He's also the advisor at the graduate level, but the advisors are here for you every step of the way. And the faculty as well. Dalila mentioned, they have a lot of experience in their fields that they're teaching in. and bring a lot of that directly into the classroom. Several also with industry experience. There's a career advisor available to all of our students, whether you're unsure at the beginning of your academics and what you're wanting to get into eventually, or towards the end. Cynthia Washington is the advisor for that. She also teaches a career success strategies class, which I've been told by a lot of students has been very helpful to them. Several have taken it towards the end of their academic career, but they've also, reached out to her for any kind of assistance that you may have with a resume or job applications or any kind of thing like that. She's a really good resource and that we have here at the school. Once you graduate, you also become part of the Tulane alumni, and we have networks for that of program peers and others. And you remain with us even when you graduate, and a lot of networking opportunities essentially available that way as well. The next slide, application process. Applying is pretty straightforward. Everything's online nowadays. You would complete the application at our website. It's listed down there, the sopa.tulane.edu/apply. It's pretty straightforward. Request your transcripts, get all that stuff in directly from institution to institution. You complete the application, put in all your personal information and whatnot. And if you're applying to the master's program, then you have to do a personal statement essay that gets reviewed prior to admission. At the undergraduate level, the application fee is $40. At the graduate level, it's $50. Since you attended this webinar today, that fee will be waived for you upon you submitting your application. And in addition to the transcripts and putting in the application information and everything, you also need to have like a image of your government ID or a driver's license to upload as well. And once that all gets processed and goes through, you'll be notified, and we can then work on selecting your classes and transfer credits and any kind of thing like that we'll be able to assist you with. For the application deadlines, they are pretty much all 2 weeks prior to the semester starting. So our semester starts just 2 weeks after January 1st, which is the deadline to apply. If your final transcript or whatnot is not in yet, that's fine, but you just need to do the application online by that time to give us enough time to get everything processed, get any outstanding transcripts in, and then get you registered in time before the semester starts, so you're not like behind from the get-go, because you don't want to do that. Summer is May 15th, 2 weeks prior, and fall application deadlines actually I think 3 weeks prior, but it's August 1st. And the affordability side, Vanessa mentioned, we have the lowest tuition here at the university at Tulane. And as far as other rivals in the area, we are very competitive, if not lower as well. At the undergraduate level, it's $524 per credit, which comes out to just over about $1575. And we don't charge as many fees as other schools do too, which should be of note, because a lot of people have schools have these additional fees on top of tuition, which brings their tuition actually higher than our tuition. At the graduate level, the programs are only 10 classes, so that tuition at the graduate level is $1,078 per credit hour, and each class is 3 credits then. The financial aid options are available. We offer that to help pay for your educational costs. There are different types of aid. We have grants at the federal level, federal loans, a yellow ribbon program, and we also offer 20% discounts for active duty, military, veterans, teachers, and first responders. In the financial aid process, you do your FAFSA. There's a separate financial aid advisor assigned to you for that. If you want to learn more about the financial aid process, you can also go to their website directly at financialaid.tulane.edu. And there's a tab at the top of that page for our school, SOPA, S-O-P-A. And they have one for current students and prospective students. So it kind of gives you a step-by-step guide of what you need to do to get all that, in order. and awarded to you and whatnot and all those things. We also now, first time I think, we're doing a early enrollment scholarship. So if you are coming in for the spring and you get your application in and you get admitted and registered prior to December 1st, then you'll be eligible for a one-time $200 scholarship at the undergraduate level, and at the graduate level, you're eligible for a $500 scholarship. And this is just another incentive on, you know, getting registered early and to save some money on tuition costs that you can put towards Christmas presents or something. But yeah, those deadlines are all there accordingly. And
Thank you so much, Dan.
I am getting a phone call right now. Sorry about that. But that pretty much concludes it. I'll hand it back to Vanessa and Dalila. Thanks for attending. If y'all have questions, feel free to ask them or
Yeah.
put them in the chat. Sorry.
No problem. Thank you so much, Dan. And here's Dalila's contact information. Dalila, like all of our program directors, she's extremely happy to speak to students.
You're on mute.
No, am I on mute? No, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think it's you, Dan. It's all right. She's always really happy to speak to students. So please reach out to her if you have questions about the content of the program. If you have questions about admissions, you know, you can email us or, you know, reach out to us directly. We're really happy to answer anything that we can to help you get through this process. So if there are no questions put in chat, let me double check. Now we're here. I guess that's it. We hope you have a wonderful week, and thanks for joining us today, everybody. Take care. Bye.